A lot of people know that having a child is one of the most precious, beautiful things that you can experience in life. But after having this child or right before having this child, a lot of people experience postpartum depression. The reason I said people, because I found out something interesting. 5 things I think everybody deserves to know about postpartum depression. 5. Number 1, postpartum depression can happen right before birth, after birth, or months after birth. Now, a lot of people think postpartum depression is an onset that happens after you have your child and it takes weeks to develop. No. Some women experience postpartum depression around their 3rd trimester. That means that 8th, 9th month, they start to feel sad, they start to feel down, they start to feel worried about themselves and the well-being of the child. It is a very common thing. In actuality, 1 out of every 10 women. So that means you take 100 women, that's 10 of them. You have 1,000 women, that's 100 of them. You have 100,000 women, that's 10,000 women might experience postpartum depression before birth or right after birth. So if you are a woman and you're experiencing the onset of sadness and worry and anxiety, don't feel like you are alone at it. There are medical professionals there to assist you, and you are not alone in the way you are feeling. Number 2, postpartum depression can last for weeks, months, up to a year. There is no timetable on postpartum depression and the feelings that you are experiencing. So you may feel like it's been 10 days, I'm holding my baby boy, but why do I feel like this? Or my baby girl is so beautiful, but it's been 2 months, why can't I get over this? Or it's been 6 months and I don't want to get out that bed. I just feel like the world is caving in on me and nobody understands how I feel. Josh Prey understands how you feel because Josh Prey read a lot of books and a lot of stuff, and I hope I'm correct when I'm saying this. There really is no timetable. What I would suggest to anybody experiencing these things, speak to people. If it's hard for you to speak to people, write notes to people, text people. But through communication and openness, you too can overcome your postpartum depression, which may be severe. Number 3, men can get postpartum depression as well. Although it is not as common as a woman experiencing postpartum depression, it's been said and statistics show that men experience postpartum depression as well. Anxiety, worry, the feeling of neglect, the feeling that they're not going to be enough. And it usually happens with young fathers. So if you a fella, you just had that baby and you want to hold your son and your daughter and you feeling like you strong, but then tomorrow you feel like nothing can go right. You just can't do it. You just feel like you ain't going to make it. You may be experiencing postpartum depression. It's not less masculine that you feel alone in this aspect. That's why you too can seek professional medical attention, and you may be able to get your feelings and thoughts out there and get help as you see fit, homie. It's all good. Manconda forever. Number 4, postpartum depression can be extremely severe. Now, everybody experienced with postpartum depression may be extremely severe depending on the individual, but it gets so severe that some parents have thought of hurting their child. Why? They can't explain it. They just felt the need to hurt their child. I believe the term I'm searching for is postpartum psychosis. If I'm wrong, correct me, be polite about it. But if it gets that severe, I strongly suggest you removing yourself from the situation in a very safe and understandable removal, meaning place the child in the care of somebody you trust and somebody that can take care of the child until you can better yourself and be able to assist the child in parenthood and raising the child. But like I said, let me rewind. The severity of postpartum depression will vary depending on the individual. And number 5, postpartum depression is not unique to only you. Now, when I make that statement, I say a lot of people experience this. A lot of people will continue to experience this as scientists and researchers try to develop a way to understand postpartum depression and where it comes from. It's most commonly said to be a chemical imbalance when the baby is born, but it also can be coupled with the anxiety, the surprise, the excitement of having a new child, the excitement of the unknown, or the worry and the fear of the unknown. So if you are a person that has experienced anything that I said, please be open with your friends and family. Seek medical attention. If you are a faith believer like I am, take it to the Lord in prayer because we have a privilege to do so. And for anybody else out there, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was very educational to you, baby.